And inflation has not gone away. The rate of growth may have slowed a little bit, but food and shelter, we're talking about housing when we talk about shelter, those remain pretty high. About
Sachs now says the probability of a recession's risen from 15 to 25%. Unemployment in the States has hit 4.3%. Doubts are growing too about the value of some big tech firms.
It's economically challenging for people to buy stuff.
The economy going down.
A recession is when the economy fails to grow for 2 or more consecutive quarters within a fiscal year.
We are in the midst of a hiring recession, especially here in the UK.
Have you thought of waking up and meeting your empire endorsed? Everything you worked for kissing you goodbye like it never existed. A period when you can no longer save. Rather, you watch the little you saved saving your life. This was life during the Great Depression, a time when the world stood still and survival became the only goal. But what caused it? Could it happen again? And what can we learn from it to secure our future? Life before the Great Depression, particularly during the 1920s in the United States, was marked by economic prosperity, cultural innovation, and significant social changes. This period, often called the Roaring Twenties, was a marked difference to the grim realities that followed. It was full of optimism and innovation. Innovations like radio, motion pictures, and home appliances revolutionized daily life. It was a period of technology advancement. People were optimistic about the economy. Many believed that the prosperity of the 1920s would last forever, leading to overconfidence in the economy. People borrowed money to invest in the stock market, confident that their profits would never fail. But beneath this glittering surface lay cracks: overproduction in industries, reliance on credit, and unchecked speculation. By October 1929, the bubble burst. The stock market crashed. Millions lost their savings overnight. Banks collapsed. Businesses shuttered, and unemployment rates soared. By 1933, nearly 1 in 4 Americans was jobless. Nobody can actually say the real causes of the Great Depression, but there are significant events that illustrate the economic, social, and political struggles of the era. They are the stock market crash in October 24 to 29, 1929. It was known as Black Thursday and Black Tuesday. These days saw the dramatic collapse of the stock prices, signaling the start of the Great Depression. Investors lost billions, and public confidence in the financial system plummeted. Banks started to collapse as customers rushed to withdraw their savings, leading to widespread panic. In 1930, the Dust Bowl begins. Severe droughts hit the U.S. Midwest, turning fertile farmland into deserts. Dust storms devastated crops and displaced farmers, adding salt to the wound of the economy. In June of 1930, the U.S. imposed Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act. They imposed high tariffs on imports to protect domestic industries. However, this led to retaliatory tariffs by other countries, reducing global trade and deepening the depression. In 1931, the European banks began failing, particularly in Australia and Germany, spreading the economic downturn worldwide. The rate of unemployment increased in the U.S. Unemployment reached 16.3%. Bread lines and soup kitchens became common sights in cities. In 1937, labor unions grew in strength, leading to significant strikes, advocating for better wages and working conditions. When Franklin D. Roosevelt took office in 1933, the country was hanging by a thread. His solution, the New Deal, a series of bold programs aimed at creating jobs, reforming the banking system, and providing hope to millions. Yet, skepticism ran high. Would these measures work, or were they just a band-aid on a gaping wound? Slowly but surely, change began to take root. Programs like the Civilian Conservation Corps and Social Security laid the groundwork for new economic foundation. But full recovery remained elusive. It wasn't until World War II mobilized industries and created mass employment that the economy truly rebounded. The Great Depression finally loosened its grip, but the scars remained. Families who had endured the worst passed down stories of resilience, while the government implemented policies to prevent such a catastrophe from happening again. The era ended, but its lessons became immortal. Today, the safeguards created in response to the Great Depression, like deposit insurance, unemployment benefits, and financial regulations, continue to protect us. But history warns us. Complacency is dangerous. Economic bubbles can form, and financial systems can fail if we are not vigilant. The Great Depression taught us the importance of humility in prosperity, the danger of unchecked greed, and the power of collective action. As we face new challenges in our world today, let us remember this. Crises test our resolve, but they also teach us to build stronger and more compassionate societies. If you found the story compelling, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep the lessons of history alive.